And now we'll quickly transition over to this.
And just with that, I will start the bet now. There is a 10-minute timer, so you have 10 minutes to bet for this. Then it is gone. No, it has started. Woohoo! You got 7 minutes left. I was wrong.
That's fine. We've already got ourselves an overwhacked bet right there. 1128. Well done. Well,
wait.
Whatever. But look at the bans. Look, Talia is target banned straight away. After last game, you don't want her around on this match.
Yeah, after that game, they should have probably, if Riot seen that, they would have probably made her a God Skin Talia.
I think they would have given her a no, God Queen.
Yeah, God Queen. Yeah, my bad.
Come on, dude, gender.
I didn't assume gender.
You said God King. Man, let's not get into this. We would need to order pizza to be able to finish this debate.
There we are. Now
I'm hungry.
Getting into it. We're seeing common bans from LNN, the Kaiser and Kane. Obviously, the fear in them, they definitely recognize the fear. Well, on the other side, we're seeing just essential bans for the target bans, the MF, the Talia, as said before, and the Akali. And then again, AN's doing the same, banning that Tristana.
Interesting. It's interesting they're target banning now. Like last game, ANN were completely decimating with Talia and Misfortune specifically. Now they've decided. Now the LDK have decided to ban them outside where they have a bit more of a chance. Because well, let's face it, it was another pre-25-minute match. They managed to get it done before that, so I guess it's understandable that they want to block them out.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit worried here. You know, the Varus. Okay. That sort of took my own, but I just want to focus on the Evelyn coming out for Daiki. He has been playing so well on Daiki. Every game he's played Daiki so far, they have won. And there we are. We are seeing the Varus coming out. He's been banned every time. It's so good to see him, especially with his ult capabilities in team fights, and as well as the Braum being popped. The man with the biggest heart possible, and the unbreakable shield.
I just love his mustache. And then we've also got Varus picked out for Utopia. So we've already got our bot lane combo sticking out. They've already made themselves known. Now it's pretty much they've got themselves in a position where they can be counterpicked. And it looks like we have Lulu as our first pick as a support, possibly.
Seeing Lulu here, I'm definitely predicting we're going to see a super hard carry, either in top or mid.
That is
especially
possible. That is
go
possible.
with Lulu's ult, just because Lulu being able to buff him up to that size would help him out so much.
Imagine if they had a Cho'Gath on their team with 6 stacks on him.
Like 100 stacks.
No, 6 stacks, because that's when he can't get any bigger.
No, he can if he get a major buffs to champions, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, he could still grow bigger?
Yeah, if he because that's minion wise. If I remember correctly, if he eats champions and epic monsters, he can grow even bigger.
Interesting.
Cho'Gath can get to a very big point.
Interesting.
But there we are. 2 bot lanes already picked out. We see pick.
Willorus is going with Yasuo once again. I believe he played Yasuo once before in the semi-finals, and he really threw them off their game.
Well, if you think about it, we have essentially the Varus being able to lock down the opponents, then Braum. Wait, no, is that Hasaki?
Hasaki? I don't know.
Wait, do you want to hear a funny joke, Reinhardt?
What's that?
Why does Yasuo never get locked out of his house?
Why?
Because he has a key.
Oh my god. I understood that when you said it in the English language very fast.
I'm happy with that. There we are.
And apparently you're already being flamed at. So congratulations, you've set off chat today.
I'm proud of that one. I'm gonna stick with that. But yeah, Yasuo pick's definitely gonna be.
What I'm proud of right now is the last 4 bans. We've got very incredible champions that have made a very big influence over the series today, over all the series today. Graves, Kindred, Darius. I mean, come on. But in the first game, he was their tank. That Sterix gauge really came in handy a lot. And then you've also got Lissandra, who LDK has actually, Skills has actually done really well with. He's almost never lost with him so far.
Yeah, well, we're seeing the Gragas picked by ANN, the fat man himself, with the ability to run super quick. There we are. Him just be able to sort out the team fights. Him, because obviously I'm pretty sure there's a split second when he ults. He knocks people up in the air.
Who, Gragas or Braum?
Gragas.
Yep, Gragas knocks people up in the air. Braum knocks people up in the air. Varus could be good with his ulti. Chains of Damnation. I think it's called Chains of Damnation or what, whatever they're called.
Something of the sort.
Yeah, we'll just call it his chains. His chains, stick them in place, and it gives Yasuo the ability to actually pop his steel tempo at least twice. So that way, when he gets the third one off, he's pretty much already like claimed himself an easy kill. And coming in with the last pick. Oh, this is interesting. So we've got a Lulu mid. Sorry, I'm pretty sure we have a Lulu mid or something. Chains of Corruption. Okay, well, that's fair enough. I'm interested in seeing what LDK have actually got planned up the sleeves. Like, it looks like an Evelyn jungle, followed by... Actually, let's go from top to bottom. What do you think? What do you think that the champion pickup is?
Their competition through my mad prediction skills will be a Galio top. No, actually, I have no prediction. I take that back. I thought I had mad prediction skills, but I would have to say Evelyn top seems a bit risky. Oh no, J4 jungles for sure. I know that. Lulu and Severe bot lane. That's 100% guaranteed. But
yeah, see, it's interesting what they've
Evelyn
got.
Is interesting. It could be a J4 top, a Galio mid, and an Evelyn jungle.
There we go. They're just playing hickory dickory dock.
There we are. Well, Galio, the hero with the ult there.
Yeah, Hero's Entrance is really good. Like it's really good with gap closing from one lane to another almost, or just over half a lane's distance.
And what I was talking about, J4 can be a really strong carry, especially when he gets that kill, and especially against Sion early. I think J4 is going to destroy Sion, especially with just being able to EQ and possibly dodge those Qs well.
You're not wrong actually. Like he can do a lot of damage, but it's a matter of whether he actually gets past the shield or not. If he can't get past the shield when Sion pops the shield, he's going to be in trouble, especially if he ults right on top of him, because Sion can just like knock him up and follow through.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right, but then we cannot forget the opposite team.
Yeah, the opposite team, just ANN have got themselves sorted out. They've got Sion with his ulti and his Q knock up. Laughing Man has done really well to play top lane at the moment. Like, especially as Sion, he's almost gotten his Q up every single time, which is fantastic, and it works really well with Yasuo. So having at least 3 champions on his team that have a knock-up capability or any form of airborne based ability, it's pretty much going to work well. So they're working themselves around Willarus.
Don't check it. There we are. Sorry, just before I forget, we gotta change to the in-game stream. Just while we're doing that, I'm just gonna check the bets quickly. Just heads up, no, the bets have stopped, so for all those trying, it is not on at the moment.
Oh, yep, just having the quick little technical fix up here. It's interesting we can't have it pre-set up every single time. It would make things a lot easier.
Welcome to Summer's Reign.
So happy.
Look at what we've got here. Sorry we went quiet for just a second. We had to do a bit of sign language between one another. Look at this top. Look at the startup here. They're always playing as 5. You know, Anne are always playing as 5. Daiki's being a little bit of a nutcracker. It's sort of like, it's like everybody's scattered right now. You know, there's no set plan in motion. And Willarus is just playing his flute. Because everybody's around the place, Daiki's dancing around, and Willarus is playing his flute. I'm not really sure what to make of this. It feels like it's that crap around game.
But I'm curious because Brom does have that wrestling skin on, so it looks like he's out for a rumble today.
Please don't do that again.
Hi. It was worth a try. Oh, there we are from the chat. GGA LNN, the first poke. I will hold that prediction into mind. Be calling you out on it later on.
Is the betting closed?
Yes, betting
okay,
is
betting
closed.
has closed, so we have our tally in for game number 3. Now, I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Like, are Anne going to continue their lead, or are they going to is LDK going to slip through and claim game number 3?
Well, if they win, this could definitely set up into the 3rd game. But if LDK do it, I think it's just going to be back and forth to the 5th game. 5th game will be the decider. But
oh, it's always going to be a deciding game, isn't it?
It is always.
Oh, sudden death is always my favourite time of the year.
Hey, this is 12 midnight. Don't forget that. We casted that.
I've already forgotten it. That's all I can say about that night. I've completely forgotten that cast.
Yeah, but look, here we are. It's going to be interesting to see how Yasuo does against Galio, especially with Galio engaged, the E and his W being able to taunt him in, and how the Evelyn will respond, because as we said, she needs that level 6.
That is true. Evelyn needs level 6 to unlock the second portion of her passive, which is to go invisible. And when she's gone invisible, it's harder for Anne to actually spot out where she might be unless they ward jungle camps.
Yeah, that damage from just quickly Scion though to Javelin is intense. The Q.
Yeah, like you pointing that out. Like he didn't go with Arcane Comet, so it's an interesting build path. Oh, look at that! You got your nice little hot dog. Now, while you're enjoying your hot dog, or should I say your lover, what do you want to say about this? Like, what do you think is happening so far? Like, what do you think the conditions are at the moment?
I want to say right now the conditions are as such. Since the team comp is based on essentially Yasuo, like Varus is the ADC, so he's normally the AD carry as we know. But with the way they've done it, a lot of knockouts with Varus is essentially a lockdown champ. So when we get to 6. Right now, I don't think too much will happen, but when we get to 6, if Varus can lock down the team... Ooh, Braum, ooh, Sivir with the flash trying to get the Braum, but Varus with the heal. Now Varus is going for the poke, but Gragas is coming for the breed. Sivir with just the basic under tower getting first blood, but Varus will counteract it, getting them.
I'm sorry, just right there, it's just like I see a baby dragon, and then just out of nowhere, it just unpolymorphs back into a big Gragas. It's just like...
There we are. Gragas just missing out on the kill under Lulu. Unfortunately, he is still only level 3, so he can't take too many tower shots. But there we are. The damage from Scion. I take it back. I thought J4 was going to demolish this lane, but Laughing Man was with the mad
that's
Qs.
what I'm talking about. He always pops his shield at the most opportune moments, so that way he's always soaking up Javelin 4's damage only with the shield, not his actual health, so he can maintain himself for a little bit longer. And if he has enough if his cooldowns get strong enough, he'll pretty much be able to, always regenerate that shield continuously. And he'll never lose, he'll never actually lose a lot of his actual health. Javelin 4, on the other hand, doesn't have that luxury. He does have a shield, but it's nowhere near as strong. Yeah, it's nowhere near as strong.
Ooh, but Evelyn coming in. Don't think too much will happen here. I guess he is charmed in, but no, the kill will go down. I thought we might have seen a pop. No, Flash was used during that fight.
He used Flash, but when he flashed, he flashed just after getting caught by the charm. So essentially, the Flash just put him back where he was.
It was a bit unfortunate. Yes, obviously getting Galio low on health would be interesting to see. There we are. Scion TP'd back in a lane just to get the lane pressure going his side, because J4 does have to back.
I'm curious behind Galio's, picking Galio. Like, I'm curious about the motive behind it, the method behind their madness. Like, it's understandable that Javelin 4 would be their engager,
yes,
and Galio comes in with Hero's Entrance on top.
Trap them, and obviously if it works out, once they don't have flash up, it's going to work perfectly. So
there's the key word. There's the key couple words you spoke. If it works well, at least if it works out that way. I mean, most of the time they try and put themselves in a position where they're not going to get caught out like that. I mean, that's the one thing you'd want to do the most.
Well, if it doesn't work well, I still believe we have Galio's taunt, so if it goes all to fail, I'm sure Galio could somehow at least taunt one of them. I think, if anything, he has to taunt away the major carries, so if he's going to taunt anyone, I would say Yasuo, take him away so he can't get that Q charge well.
Yeah, the Q charge is still Tempest. 2 charges, and after 2 strikes, his third strike will essentially just throw out a tornado. I mean, if you played the Odyssey mission, it gets real overpowered and really bugged. I hope they never bring this to real League of Legends, because Yasuo would be permanently banned. Oh wait, he already is.
He has so many lucky.
Please don't make jokes like that. I know we talked about cringeworthy jokes, but that's a little too far.
So you gotta make at least once or.
You do it at the most opportune moment. It's because you can. Anyway. Over here in top lane, it's interesting what we're seeing at the moment. I mean, Javelin 4 versus Scion. Scion's really keeping him on his toes, even though he did die earlier, and that was because he got cut off by Evelyn. He's still doing well to hold his own.
Yeah, you're definitely right, but I think this might be Scion's downfall. We have seen a lot from him. Laughing Man is a great player, but one thing I find, he's very aggressive. I'm not sure what he thinks, but I find a lot of the time he pushes his wave up very far to only get caught out in the end.
That is true. And seeing how things are going here at the moment, it looks like they're unaware that Evelyn is watching them, but Evelyn can't do anything just yet. She's pretty much acting as like a mobile ward.
Well, we have everyone converging in. This could be.
It's a 4v4.
There we are. Gregson.
Yasuri gets the knock up.
Yeah, Yasuo not going in. Do they take down? Yes, they take down
That's
Severe.
a lot of members going down, a lot of minimal of health, a knock over the wall. Things are going well. Just Cataclysm coming from Jarvan 4. It's a battle out right now. It is DOA. Oh, the flash silent goes down.
Evelyn trying to get one more. If there can be a couple more autos here.
Oh,
No,
he is caught out.
Maybe the death.
It just misses, but he still goes down. Daiki has done well this game. She has done well to actually keep herself alive, and you know, within close distance of somebody, to be able to get off her charm. Congratulations, you have just tilted chat.
Oh yeah.
I'm just looking at the chat, and just you're pretty much tilting people.
This is what you call being.
Anyways,
We see so far, Jake over 1v1.
he did 1v. Yeah, Jarvan 4 taking on Sion is an interesting change of pace, which means now they have to worry about top lane. But also, Yasuo has done well. Like, he's ahead in farm by quite a lot, might I add. He hasn't died yet. He's got an assist, so he's still keeping in close nick with his counterpart. Whereas bottom lane, it's interesting. Like, Varus is behind, but I don't know whether to say he's actually behind or he's just like, you know, figuratively speaking, he's behind, because he's really doing well to keep the lane, you know, in his favor. He's trying to control the waves as much as possible because he doesn't want Civic getting that far ahead. I mean, he's already caught up to her in CS.
Well, this is the first time I've actually seen him sort of falling behind and he's scored back up, like you said, so easily. But the main problem right now is Gragas is falling behind. He does have a death, while Evelyn is leading in CS and has 3 kills herself. And she is, yes, she's level 7 at the moment, so this is definitely a deadly situation.
It is a deadly situation, and especially one where people under her charm, it's pretty much lights out. But as well, like, just look at Yasuo. He's just, Willarus is decimating at the moment. Just look at him go. He's pretty much brought Galio down to half health just within that single combo.
Well, I think that's the key, like, they're storyline. Yasuo and wrong with the old rocking him up. Where's the Yasuo when he needs him?
Sitting
Taking
right
down
behind
the
Brom.
There we go, easy kill. Lulu's like, I didn't get a dragon back. She didn't get any dragon
Yeah.
fight, but she got away safely, which is the main thing. Giving away 1 kill is better than giving away 2.
Dragon's random, more like Dragon failure at this point. You gotta love that when the microphones get a little bit too quiet, doesn't it?
Well, you got like essentially smooch the mic, sister.
Just don't swallow it. I'm pretty sure we don't want to go fishing down there for your microphone.
This is yours.
Please don't swallow my microphone.
Gonna make sure we get it right.
That's alright. That's all mine. So yeah. Anyways.
Okay, now back to it after a little distraction with the microphones. We saw a kill go to Varus, putting Varus on a positive 2-1, which puts him in the lead realistically in CS and kills Yasuo. Oh wow, Yasuo out CSing the Galio by so much. Galio only on 72 while Yasuo is on 109. That is just over 35.
It's only going to begin to accumulate because Yasuo is already ahead. Like, even though he's already ahead, he's doing really well to force him into a situation where he can't really do anything. Like, he just has to take it with a pinch of salt. He needs to build armor. He needs to counter build. But in terms of when he goes to counter build, he's sort of losing offensive stats and going for more defensive. And at the moment, going for Zhonya's Hourglass with that Seeker's Arm Guard at the moment is somewhat like, you know, counter. It's sort of like the perfect counter to Yasuo in a way. Yeah.
Oh, the Verdig,
That's pretty much a bread and butter. Like, you can pretty much time a whirlwind to actually hit him.
There we are, signs a bit more quick, having a bit more of a session this time, but therefore still out damaging him, which is definitely a problem. Rip, someone hit the mouse key by accident.
There we go, fixed up that little problem. But back into this now, since we can see everything once again. Just look at him. He's taking all the farm. He's forcing Galio under turret, and he's going to try and ignore. He's just going to try and force Galio to actually sit backwards and do nothing about it, which he can't.
Yeah. Look, we're seeing Evelyn progress her way top to slowly. He's going to get caught out there. Run. Ooh, runs into Evelyn. Ooh, has to flash just to make sure he does not get charmed there.
Well, he is a pain train when it comes to his ulti, and just using that right there, he did manage to pull her out of Shadow, and he also managed to get away without any hassle really. Like Jarvan 4 couldn't really stop him in his tracks to get the charm off, to be able to completely seduce him and gain the advantage, or like, should I say, a free couple of hits when he's charmed, because he's CC. You can't really do anything when you CC.
That's quick. This is why I like custom with experience class. That really makes it easier for me. But yeah, getting back into it, we saw Gragas invade Galio doing the knock up there. Evelyn is there. He may get caught out. Gorilla trying to get his Q up, but unfortunately not through that windmill just to save. J4 throwing the ult. Evelyn chucking out her ult there, just to obviously escape. This may be a kill on Laughing Man for J4. J4 just missing the knockup, but one more basic attack. There we go. Here we go.
He's running at him.
Oh, there we are, knocking him up. Unfortunately, I do not think this will go down so well. Look at this Yasuo 2v1, predicting where the Evelyn's going in, getting taunted though. Yasuo knowing to back off. Unfortunately, that windmill did not save him, but paying attention to bot. Utopia getting the kill on Lulu. J4 TP down all the way to bot to try and do something, but it just seems like a waste in the end.
Oh, the fight. I don't know what the point of there was. I think he's just trying to show off somehow. That was an interesting turnaround. Just Yasuo has done so well. He flashed out of there after ulting onto Evelyn to cancel out her seduction. Yeah. And then she also flashed in response to that, getting behind Windwall and just completely ending him.
Yeah, you're definitely right now. Finally, my wishes come true. We are seeing 2 Infernal Drakes this time. One already given to LDK, and another one spawning just now. The dream is real.
Oh, just as much of it. Oh, that was an interesting turnaround. Gragas just pretty much, charging through the wall to get away.
I didn't think you could do that. I thought it was too short.
I thought so as well, but apparently we must be wrong. It's interesting when they're proven wrong. It's just like, we've learned something today. Now, please don't finish that sentence. Not on stream.
Yeah, no, that's why don't want to start a new thing.
Not yet.
The team fight going out. LDK claiming the Infernal Drake. Team fight breaking out.
Here we go.
Gragas. Evelyn escaping with the. Oh, there we are. Yasuo just dominating. Varus getting the kill. 3 members down for LDK. J4 trying to get away, but Yasuo is determined. Varus taking out the Evelyn. One more hit. There we go.
He gets in with the Q. The last second despair was really worth it. And now they're just going to be chasing Jarvan around. They've boxed him in.
Predicts from. This is reported. There we are, but gets the stacks on him. One more hit. There we are. Yasuo getting the kill. Braum. I could steal this, but you know what? It's going to be nice this time.
It's actually pretty funny since Yasuo got that kill, because that's his first kill he's taken this game. So far, he's just been giving a lot of assists around the place.
As much as it is, though, Yasuo's ult can be like such a team play, especially if you get so many people up. You know, like hold him there for a couple seconds, but maybe that's the time needed for someone to get their ability back.
That is true. I mean, 3 seconds can make all the difference in a game like this, because time is not really on your side. You can make it work on your side, but it just really comes down to whether your team can actually help you make that ambition realized.
Yeah, well, this is definitely a good turnaround for them, although they unfortunately were claimed on LDK's side, and this may turn up. This may empower them more later on. Because the Infernal Drake sort of benefits more late game than early.
That is true. I mean, Galio does need a couple of items to build up, as well a bit more tankiness, so that his W passive is actually worth it. I mean, at the moment, the only real benefit he gains from his W is that he gets damage reduction. That's all he gets for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, now we're seeing a 4-1 Evelyn, a 2-1 J4, but a 5-1 Varus. No perfect game. This game for
No,
anyone.
it's a real close game at the moment, and there's only a 4,000 gold difference between both teams. Even though there was one turret taken down, and two infernal dragons go to LDK, which is interesting. They didn't win a team fight, but they've got a lot of defense. They should have a bit more stats. I think it's at least 12% more stats. You know, it really begs the question: are they going to try and make this, drag out to late game, or are they going to be denied that capability?
I can't really tell at the moment, to be honest. Right now, I think it just depends. Both teams are essentially, it may not be the end no matter who wins or loses this game, but right now, this game will decide whether or not who do or die next game. So next game,
Exactly.
AWN then have to win the next game. So
Exactly.
Win, but it's really just, see, like, this is the game. It may not be important, but this is like tennis, when you get 40, this is the juice and you want to be a match.
Yeah, and I'm liking what I'm seeing at the moment. There's a lot more synergy happening and a lot more effective communication and connectivity from ANN. Because before, in the first game, they had a lot of connectivity, but they lacked a couple.
Yasuo getting caught out by 4 people. He went in on the Galio with confidence, but then Severe, J4, and Lulu just came in.
That wasn't completely in vain, because if you take a look at the minimap, all of LDK went towards bottom. So he herded them all in his direction and allowed his teammates to actually go top.
Oh, and Galio's unstoppable. Oh, the hero has descended, taking out the Varus. This is something we want Severe getting the shutdown goal. This is definitely going to give her the goal needed to catch up with items in regards to the Varus. Other teams backing off, taking a tower for a tower. This is something we want to see in game. And this could be a rift right now. They seem to be heading towards it. There we are, clearing out the wards, getting that.
For a second I thought it was Baron. I'm just like, this is going to be a very early Baron. And then I look at the time and it's only 19 minutes. The Baron hasn't even spawned yet.
Yeah, the Baron or the next Infernal Drake. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting game.
So
that's
happy.
24% extra attack damage or ability power, isn't it?
My dream life came true. My dream goal.
You sort of faded away for a second there.
I know, I had something in my mind I wanted to say, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't say that. It sounds dumb.
What, you want to eat your hot dog?
Don't save it. I can hold on.
I know you're making the eyes at the hot dog. Believe me, anybody would feel, everyone could feel, what you're feeling. Everyone can understand. Yeah. It's just like, oh, I just want to eat you so bad right now.
Maybe if we sort of nudge the players to speed up.
Oh, believe me, I'm getting hungry as well right now. My stomach is crawling with envy. It's just like, I must have food. I must become English again.
But there we are, getting more focused in the game. Yasuo is sort of becoming a bit ineffective now. He is 1-2-4, so he's not really as strong as he was in the game he was played before by Wilderus. Okay, now it's one thing I want to check there. This is working. The gold lead. This is something that I want to be interested in. Braum chucking that ult though and just unfortunately missing it. If we pay attention between top and top.
Well, now they've claimed They've claimed the entire first row of turrets, and they're going to claim they're going to continue to try and claim a tier 2 soon. Whereas LDK only have one turret, and that's in the mid lane. That's not really going to do much for them. They need to do more than that. They have dragons. They're making bonus objectives. They need to get the primary objectives now.
Yeah, no, that is true as can be. The objectives are key right now. I would say Varus is soloing the Evelyn and takes down the Severe, a 1v2 there. Varus showing his strength, almost dying. A well-timed heal by him. Didn't have to use his flash then. Sion going up against J4 again, but I think this may just be a back. I don't think Sion will risk it too much here. Sorry, it's pushing back to the gold lead. We see 3k between Severe. Varus is 3k above Severe right now, but the impressive thing is how Sion is, it's still 600 gold, but he is keeping up the best he can. While mid lane, Yasuo, even though he has the deaths, he has the assists and the CS to stay above, 2k above Galio.
He's doing what? You're beginning to slow down a little bit there, man. I think you need a bit of an energy booster.
It's getting to that point where I'm gonna have to buy an energy drink from the vending machine after this match.
Do you want to swap the roles around just for the time being, so that way you can sort of regenerate yourself
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
do
bit?
it. We'll do it. Oh,
Okay, you be the color caster, I'll be the play-by-play. Hi, folks. My name is... I forgot my name. No, I'm kidding. I'm Reinhard. I will be your play-by-play for now.
and I'm Macastar, and I will do my best to color this all the way.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
I will
I'm
draw the
kidding.
pretty picture.
Oh, that's good. So you can paint the Mona Lisa then.
I can try.
I like the idea of that. I like that you can try it. Well, looking at the situation thus far, it's looking very iffy. Like, a lot of Ann are sort of disconnected from one another. They've got Yasuo trying to get down bottom. He's trying to push bottom lane. He's 1v1ing Jarvan 4. He's continuing the bout. Hero's entrance coming in, followed by a flash and response, takes down Jarvan 4, gets an ulti onto Galio, he's continuing the fray, he's going in, still Tempest is flying about, he's being chased by Sivir, but not without realizing that he's actually herded a majority of LDK to bottom, so the rest of his team can actually take Baron uncontested. Very effective gameplay right there. That is really strong, really imaginative and real straightforward. Like, he is being a playmaker, you know, and if you're like a play taker, you're essentially just like, you know, you're pretty much playing off of whoever is pretty much in control.
Yes, well, from my color casting analytic point of view, I will analyze the situation and make it sound fancy. Come on, man, don't give me that look, I'm sorry.
I'm sort of a loss for words here, okay?
It was very interesting, just Yasuo knowing that. I feel like Yasuo was acknowledged, you know, he sort of accepted that, you know, he's not as strong as he could be right now compared to other games when he was fed. So essentially he's realized, you know what, I can't be as strong, but you know what, I can bait. He baited that J4, he took down J4 by himself, he brought the whole team over, and you know, in the end, others said, wait, you don't see the rest of the team on that, where are they? Then obviously something clicked like Barrett.
If we look at the mini-map, a lot of wards are placed around the top half of the map, so they had intentions all along of getting it. They just needed LDK out of position. Oh, and one ulti coming in, 2 kills go down from Ann. It looks like a follow-up. Sion flashes out of the way. Yasuo gets with last breath. A little bit out of turn, a double kill. Oh, another kill. It looks like we've got 2 double kills. Yasuo is the only one alive, and he's trying to get away. They're forcing Galio right on top of him, and just goes down with the last stroke from Jarvan 4.
That was amazing. The J4 so trapping the team, then Evelyn shooting an just to do the extra damage.
And they claimed a kill straight away. They've already taken out all the Baron buffs. They've completely aced Ann, and I don't really know what to say here.
They can't push that well, I don't think.
No, they need the minions to push out. So even though they actually managed to ace all of Ann, they couldn't really push all the lanes because they were too far back. And now looking at that, they did manage to claim a turret, but they're all forced backwards now since all of Ann are now back up and running. They have a Mountain Drake, and since they've got 4 turrets already down, they did well without it. It's only going to make things a little bit more heavy for LDK when they continue pushing.
Well, I can only predict J4 is going that Sterix gauge. If not, it will be a Tannic Hydra. But I believe it will be the Sterix gauge because in later game, if he builds that, the fact that he gets that shield from it and sort of a buff will, especially when he ults in, will give him that chance to survive longer to sort of let Galio. Because Galio takes time to ult in, and so it will give him time to ult in. J4 should live to be able to dish out damage as well, and then the rest of the team can collapse.
I'm pretty sure with Gallo, once he uses Hero's Entrance, for a brief moment, everybody inside the ulti circle has damage reduction. And then once they land, they lose the damage reduction, but everybody who was inside that circle that is an enemy is knocked up. So it's like, it works well for his team.
Yeah, no, I believe you are correct there. Now, pretty interesting, Baron buff was lost so easily in the team fight, so this is what's going to happen. So this may prove to, they may have to start splitting instead of standing together as a team as they are now.
Coming in as 5v4 at the moment. Yasuo gets the wind wall up. They are taking the turret uncontested. Continuing the push, they don't want the minions to survive. Continuing in, Yasuo goes under, gets a whirlwind, last breath activated. Galio gets ulted, gets overgrowth, followed by Zhonya's. Oh, Evelyn, what are you doing? You're on the wrong side. You whiplashed in the wrong direction. Yasuo follows for a clean kill. And from that, they're actually able to take an inhibitor now. So the map's beginning to open up for them a little bit better. Now it's a matter of what they're going to do next.
I was going to say, yeah, go Baron buff.
Yes, definitely go Baron buff. They don't have it. They managed to push all the way without Baron buff. It's crude. It's ludicrous. I don't understand this.
Yeah, have Baron buff, die to a team fight. Don't have Baron buff, push all the way into that inhibitor destroy.
But they also missed Sivir throughout that fight because she was still dead. So they did a 5v4, knowing what was going to be in their favor. Yasuo's wind wall negates a lot of their damage, and he puts in the wind wall right on top of Galio. It's just Galio had a lot of defensive capabilities on, plopped onto him. He had his Sonyas, he had overgrowth. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was also a couple of extras as well as his W active, so he gets increased damage reduction.
Yeah, no, that is correct. Couldn't say it any better myself. I knew all that stuff already. There we go. Now looking at it seems a team fight may have been here.
Yeah, teleport coming in from Sion. Now they're going for the final Infernal Drake. Are they going to be able to claim it? Because after this, I'm pretty sure... No, there's only one more dragon that can be claimed after this.
Yeah,
No, it's before the Elder Dragon. Yeah, we've got a Cloud Dragon. So now it's tied at 2-2. But I feel like it's more in favor of Anne because they have a Mountain Dragon.
Yes.
They've done well to take turrets. And if they did well without that Mountain Dragon, as I said before, and I will say again, they're going to have an even more comfortable time taking turrets again. Because they're going to have 10% increased damage to not only turrets, but super minions and large monsters and I think it's called neutral buffs. The Baron and Elder Dragon, essentially. But looking since Baron is up in 1 minute 20, do you think they're going to try and make another play for it?
I feel like they will.
I feel like they will as well because it's interesting. Like it's almost a viable thing to do. It's the new objective point.
It's a smart option. Right now they just have to do the same again. Like if anything, let Yasuo push God. He'll draw the whole team over and just get a free Baron again. It's as simple as that, really, but it does just depend. But right now, I think since they have the Mountain Drake, they don't need to sort of force them to a lane, like as they are now in Metal Bot.
Oh, Javelin 4 tries to flag and drag Yasuo Windwall to negate Galio. He gets knocked up, taunted underneath turret. He runs out of there, gets caught underneath Cataclysm. Galio follows up with a wombo combo, knocks all of them up. Yasuo gets last breath, takes down 2 members, but Utopia kill steals 2 of them. Continues onwards. Yasuo is claiming more kills. He goes right on top of Sivir, but goes down to an unfortunately large pizza. Varus has gotten for a triple kill, and it looks like that's ace. That's a near ace for their entire team. The pizza delivery girl manages to get away with the final slice of pizza.
Pizza.
I know. I want the pizza as well. That looks like meat lovers. No, wait. Sorry, that's Hawaiian. Never mind.
Don't even I'm installing this.
Well, from that, they managed to kill 4 people from LDK as well as claim their second inhibitor. So things are looking a little bit more bright for Anne at this point in the game. Like they've hit the 30-minute mark, but they have shown no signs of depleting. They are still ahead. The scales are still tipped in their favor, and it looks like it's not going to be a repeat of game number 1. It's just a matter of trying to catch him out, type of deal. Now they need to catch him out in order to make a play.
You're right. Well, it just looks like they're gonna end. Looks like they're just like, now we're gonna keep this going. We're gonna keep the caster hungry with his delicious hot dog sitting there waiting. Lovely, but it does not matter. This is a good opportunity to go a Baron buff at the moment. It's a good opportunity to go Baron right now. I believe there are no wards placed around it by either team except that one there.
Well, it's interesting that Baron's up, and now they're beginning to make a play for it. If I were LDK, I would probably try and... Actually, it's really rough to try and make an estimate because you would need mainly Jarvan and Fool in the front line, followed by Galio and Lulu just on the side to overgrowth again, just to continue the knockups. And seeing how things are going at the moment, top and bottom are both missing inhibitors. You've got super minions pushing. They just claimed Baron uncontested, might I add, and now they're pushing all the way through to base. So
it's gonna be a shove mid, probably end, I reckon.
Yeah, mid and feed.
And it's just interesting how, like, Yasuo didn't do too well, and how they've sort of capitalized on, like, even Sion 1-6, you know. They may not have the best scores, but through the teamwork, through the synergy, they've just really come back and just shown what a good team can do.
Yeah, and now they're playing they're playing Turtle at the moment, seeing who's going to be the first one to fall out. I'm curious to see what's going to happen next. They're going in, they're claiming a free one. Cataclysm on Java and 4. Galio jumping in to try and slow them down. Two kills go down so far, but the turret goes down. Yasuo takes down another turret. He's actually backdooring. He's pulling an Expeke. Yasuo's down there. And game number 3 goes to LDK with Yasuo backdooring.
Wait, no, that's Ann. Oh, A-double-N. We got it mixed up.
Oh, A-double-N, my bad.
Oops a daisy.
I don't know why I was probably because we were just looking at LDK just decimating that we forgot about Willowers in the background.